Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I got a 2015 Ford F-150 with a 2.7. Customer's complaint is it'll downshift in the first gear out of the blue, and it'll get a service transmission light or something along those lines, light on. And what he does is he pulls over, shuts it off, restarts it, and it's fine again. So what I'm doing right now is I'm running it for codes. So let me show you what I got here. So I'm running to see what kind of codes we have. This is the topology. Like, your connector goes in here, the actual dongle down there goes in here, and it goes out and it spreads through all of the different modules here. This is the bus system or something along those lines. They call them CAN bus lines, LIN bus lines, different things like that. But basically it's running through and it's seeing all the different modules and seeing what codes it has. Anything in green means the module's there with no codes. Anything in gray means there's no module responding, may not even be there. Red means it's got a code. Okay, so we're gonna create a report. Okay, generating a report. And I'm gonna send the report to myself. Well, first I gotta save it. Successfully saved. And share. This way I have documentation of this whole thing. And send. You have to obviously be hooked to the internet to do this. But it'll send this report to me, and it'll tell me all the codes. Like PCM code. Transmission range sensor circuit intermittent fault. Okay, now I'll tell you this. I'm going to just take it up the road and see what it does. On these, I don't know if you recall that one truck that I had, we were chasing down a problem and had a whole bunch of different problems, and it turned out that solenoid it blew the seal out because somebody had messed with it. Usually in a fault situation like this, it's a piece called the lead frame, and I'll explain that later. Let me go ahead and road test this and see what it does. So I made it over here into Mexico, no issues driving it. And this is the one that actually show you what gear you're in. That's how he knows it's going down into first. Let me show you. See there? That right there. Let me focus in a little better. But as I drive up the corridor here, see, it tells you what gear you're in, and then as you're slowing down, downshifts. So, like I said, common failure on these things is the lead frame. Seen it all too often. I'm going to go back, just research the code, but I got a funny feeling that's what we're going to wind up doing. So, let me get back to the shop. So yeah, back at the shop, no issues on the road test. So I'm gonna go research this code. I got a funny feeling this is gonna be a lead frame because they can be pretty intermittent, and I've seen it quite often. This thing only has 68,000 miles on it too. So, all right, yeah, let's go that route. But I got a funny feeling it's gonna be a lead frame. So without an incredible amount to go on, what I'm looking up and what I'm finding is, especially on Identifix. Identifix is really good for giving you stuff like this, what confirmed fixes are. And everything is leading towards the piece called the lead frame. As you can see here, this is just one of 10, and you have even more. And it's all the same thing, replace lead frame. All for that code. But I mean, like I said, it's intermittent. And Ford, they had brought it to the dealership, and the dealership even told them this is where we have to start with a code like this. So I just wanted to verify and make sure, but everything I've looked at, all data, Identifix and Mitchell, everything is basically pointing towards a lead frame. So that's what we're going to do first, because it's basically the best educated guess, which unfortunately I hate doing it that way, but it's kind of what you have to do sometimes. You have to start there to eliminate that as a possibility, and go from there. Now, I'm also going to check wiring harnesses and everything else when I actually do the job. Something we're not going to do today, so I'm going to end this video here. So, but yeah, when we get the lead frame in, because the customer does want to fix it, and they were kind of leaning towards that also. So once we get the lead frame, I'm going to do that repair. I'm going to check the wiring, make sure all the wiring is good, and go from there. But yeah, this is just, like I said, it's such a common failure that this is kind of where you have to start, unfortunately. But yeah, so, okay. Hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching. And I will make a video when I get the lead frame in.